afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm so glad to be here today. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to be here. And my name is Maria Anifowoshe. Today I'll be talking about the topic which says be kind, and I'll share with you the story of how the kindness of people all around me have brought me where I am today. Here's my host mom, April Farlow, and she's also Lydia's mom. And I'll share with you about how the kindness from her, her family, and everyone around me in the United States have made my dreams come true. So I come from Nigeria, far away in Africa. Bless you. And I flew all the way across the ocean to come to the United States. Now, whenever you think about Africa, you think about the animals, the tall giraffes, the elephants, the lions, right? How many of you have seen Lion King before? Yes, so in the movie Lion King, they show you tons of animals, a whole lot of animals in Africa. Now, when you think about Africa, you think about animals, but guess what? I'm from Africa, but I've never seen any of these animals. I only got to see an elephant or any of these animals when I came to the United States. And this was because where I came from in Nigeria, things were really hard. And my parents could not even afford or pay for 3 meals in a day. And so because of that, we didn't even have the money to go see these animals. Even in Nigeria, things were so hard that we did not even have running water at home. If you see in this picture, there are these girls carrying these containers on their head and they're fetching water. And that is how we fetch water in Nigeria also. I would use this boat to do a demonstration for us. So because we don't have running water at home, we have to walk all the way to another street and fetch water from where it's flowing and carry that bowl on our heads this way, and then walk all the way back home and dump the water into a big container. And that's the water, you drink that water, you use it to cook, you wash your clothes with it, because you don't have any running water in the house back home in Nigeria. This is also a picture of the compound where I lived in Nigeria. So in Nigeria where I was, we had this compound and we had several people come in, and we were different people, a lot of people, but we all lived in one spot. And so that was our compound. And here is a picture of the front door of my house. Now, the house is made from wood, and if you see in this picture, there's this black bowl in front of the door. And that's the actual bowl that I used to fetch water back home in Nigeria, because without fetching the water with the bowl, there's no water to drink or to cook or to wash dishes at home. Now this is a picture inside of my house. And this picture here, in Nigeria, we store our clothes in big plastic bags or into another big piece of clothes. How many of you have a closet at home where you keep your clothes, or a drawer? So I never had any of that back home in Nigeria. And to save my clothes in Nigeria, I have to tie them up in a plastic bag and put them very close to the ceiling. And this is because when the rain comes down back home in Nigeria, if your clothes are on the floor, then the rain is going to make your clothes get wet. But we have to tie it all up and put it close to the ceiling. So when I came to the United States, the first week, I had all my clothes in my bag, and I did not even unpack my bag. I did not even put my clothes in the closet, and this was because I did not know what to use a drawer for. I did not know what you use a closet for. And so my host mom comes downstairs to my room and sees my clothes unpacked in my bag, and was wondering why I had not unpacked my clothes. And that day, she explained to me how to use a closet, how to use a drawer, and spent hours helping me to arrange all my clothes in the closet. Now I know what a closet is, and I know how to use a drawer. And this is a picture of inside my compound where I lived in Nigeria. We had these houses made from wood. And even in high school, when I was in high school, we didn't have chairs or desks. What we had was a car tire. You know, a moving car has a car tire, right? So we put the tire on the floor and sit on the tire and put another plank of wood on our laps, and that would be our writing board. So we never even had chairs or tables, and some of these tires you see in this picture also. Now this is a picture of where my parents lived in Nigeria. Do you see this blue container on the far left here? Now this blue container is where we dump all the water. So when we fetch the water with the bowl, we dump all the water into that container, and that's where it may last you for 3 or 4 or 5 days, and that's where you get the water to cook or to do anything at home. But even though I came from a very hard place in Nigeria, I had the dream to come study in the United States. I told my friends that I want to come study in the United States and come back home and build a school. And my friends told me that I was crazy. And you know why they said I was crazy? They told me, and they said, your parents cannot even give you 3 meals in a day. How in the world are you going to be able to go to school or fly to America or pay your school fees? And so they told me that I was so silly and so crazy to dream of coming to study here in the United States. But I want to tell you today that you should dream big and believe in your dreams, because dreams do come true. And I'm here today, my dream is coming true, and I'm studying here because of the kindness and love that I experienced from my host family and from a lot of people in the United States. Now, how did I meet my host family? So when I was in high school, I got a scholarship to come to the United States to actually go to Disney. How many of you have been to Disney before? Now, I want you to imagine how I came from a place where there were no good houses, there were not water, there was not enough food, but all the way from that place came to Disney through a scholarship. Now, while I was at Disney in this conference, I met April, and I met her mom there. And who loves Capri Sun in here? I love Capri Sun. But guess what? Back home in Nigeria, Capri Sun is so expensive that if you had money, you would buy food first before you can even think of buying Capri Sun. But Miss April gave me a lot of Capri Sun back when I met her at Disney. Also, her mom gave me $20 to buy snacks. And when she gave me the $20, I asked myself, I said, Maria, I cannot spend $20 on snacks because $20 is a lot of money in my country. So I took that money with me and took it back home to make a difference. Now, because I had experienced so much love and so much kindness from Miss April, from her mom, from everyone around me in the United States and here in Georgia, I decided that I want to go back home and make a difference in people's lives too. Because they've been kind to me, I want to be kind to other people. They have brought hope and love into my life, and I want to bring love and hope to the lives of other people too. So back home, we started every Christmas now through the donations from my host family, from my small group in church, from different people all around Georgia. We have this party for the kids back home in my country, and we buy them books and shoes and school supplies. Now, back in Nigeria, if you don't have your books or your clothes or your shoes, you actually cannot go to school. You will not be allowed to come into class or take any of the classes. And we saw this, and through these donations and help that we got from people, we were able to buy books for the kids and shoes for them to wear to school. And this is a picture of those kids back home in Nigeria. And do you see this girl with a purple shirt that says "Amazing Today"? Now, this girl, she was one of the reasons why I really wanted to be able to help in my compound. So both her and her mom shared the same cloth. So when her mom wears a shirt, the daughter is going to wear her mom's shirt as her dress. And so she had to share clothes with her parents. How many of you have lots of clothes at home? Now this girl, they did not have enough clothes at home that she had to even share her clothes with her mom. And so we saw this need, and this made us, during Christmas, buy books and clothes and shoes for those kids. And all these happened because I had experienced so much kindness from other people, and I wanted to express the same kindness to others. Also, at Christmas, what do you think about on Christmas Day? You think about your gifts, right? The gifts that you get under the tree. But in Nigeria, a child that is your age on Christmas Day is thinking about, what food am I going to eat today? Am I going to get to eat food today on Christmas Day? And so one of the things we helped with the kids in Nigeria is we bought food for them, and we were able to cook that food and give it to those children. And it really made them so happy. They were so glad to be able to have food to eat for Christmas. And that is what kindness does. It brings happiness and gladness to people. And these are more pictures of those kids receiving gifts at Christmas. And this is a picture of what my American family looks like today now. And this is what love and kindness does. It brings us all together in love, in unity. It embraces everyone. And this picture, we used it for the Christmas card last year. And this is what my family does look like now in America. Also, I got to have a lot of firsts. I tried out to drive. I tried driving. How many of you have a toy car? Like you've driven a toy car or a toy bicycle? Well, I never even had any toys back home in Nigeria. And so I had to learn how to drive here. I'm still very scared of driving, but I'm learning. I'm trying my best. I also love Slinky. Slinky, you stretch it, it forms all these different shapes. Well, I got to have my own Slinky when I came here to the United States. I also saw a vacuum cleaner. Back home in Nigeria, you have to sweep with the broom, and you're like hurting, you're so sore after sweeping. But here you have a vacuum cleaner that makes life so easy. So I got to try a vacuum cleaner for the first time.
It is.
Also, chocolates. I love chocolates. But in Nigeria, we did not even have enough money to buy chocolates at home. If you had money at home, you would buy food first at home in Nigeria. So on TV, when I was in Nigeria, I see these commercials on TV, and it shows you this Hershey's Kisses. And so at Christmas one time here in the United States, I saw this table at a party, and they had this bowl full of Hershey's Kisses. And I could not believe it, because I only see Hershey's Kisses on TV. And that day I took tons of chocolate home. I also got to do a Christmas parade for the first time. And that's a mascot of my school, the University of North Georgia. It's called Nigel the Nighthawk. And for the first time, I went for a Christmas parade and was on the float with Nigel. How many of you love Halloween? I love Halloween for the candies. I love trick-or-treating because we get tons of candies at Halloween. And during Halloween, my first Halloween here, I used this bowl. I took it with me. I put it on my head, and I would bend down, and they would throw all the candies into my bowl. And I took most of these candies back home to Nigeria. And in 1 week, remember I saw chocolate here for the first time. In 1 week, when I took all these chocolates and candies back home, all of the candies were gone. How many of you have been to Washington Farms before? I love Washington Farms because of the trampoline. I love to jump on the trampoline because it pushes you up to the air and it feels like you're flying like a bird in the air. And this is me jumping off of a trampoline and flying like a bird. I also got to carve a pumpkin, during that's Halloween also, right? During Halloween, you carve your pumpkins and we got to decorate a Christmas tree because in Nigeria we didn't even have the money to buy a huge Christmas tree or to decorate a Christmas tree. And I got to do it when I came here and decorate the Christmas tree with lights. Yes, I also saw snow for the first time last year in January. In Nigeria, it is warm all year round, and I love summer. So I'm glad it's summer now. Also, I got to go to a birthday for the first time. At the birthday, we are playing this game of dress up. But you have to dress up with a Mickey hand. Yeah. And you had to wear the clothes with that big Mickey hand. And so that was so much fun. Also, remember I told you that I'd never driven a toy car or bicycle before. So when I came to the United States, I tried to ride on a bicycle for the first time. And 2 people had to hold me so that I don't fall off the bicycle because I really cannot ride a bicycle on my own. Yeah, even till today, they have to hold me on the bicycle. And here is a picture of Christmas last year. And my sister in Nigeria loves to sew dresses and sew clothes. And so she sewed this clothes for us. And this was a picture of Christmas last year. And last year, I and my family got a very special Christmas gift. In fact, it was a Christmas miracle. So at Christmas last year, my parents got the gift and they got to have a home in Nigeria through the help of my host family and the help of my small group in church and the help of people all around Georgia, people who know me and people who have never even met me before. They all surrounded me and my family with love and kindness, and they changed the story in my life and in my family. And this is what kindness can do. When you're kind to other people, it brings happiness into their lives. It brings joy into their life. How can you be kind? You can be kind by sitting with a friend who is sitting alone during lunchtime. Bless you. You can be kind by saying a kind word or a nice word to your friend, or cheering your friend up when she's sad. When we're kind, it brings about this happiness and joy all around people. And guess what? In my parents' new house, we have a party now. Back home in Nigeria, the other time we never even had a party. We didn't even have running water, much less a party. But now we have a party, and we can go use the party at home. And we have a bed, we have a kitchen, and the whole house looks so different. It is a miracle for me and my family now. And you can bring a miracle to someone by being kind to them too. Now, I also want us to know that kindness is a language that everybody understands. Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear, and it is a language that the blind can see. So today, because kindness understands every language, I'm going to sing a song, Mary Had a Little Lamb, in my language. And my language in Nigeria is called Yoruba. And so the Mary Had a Little Lamb in my language goes this way. Mary lọ́mọ àgùntàn funfun kékeré kan tó ń ké igbe àlàáfíà. Ibikíbi Mary lọ làgùntàn náà tẹ̀lé tó ń ké igbe àlàáfíà. So that's Mary Had a Little Lamb in my language. So today, I would like to teach us how to say be kind in my language. And to say be kind in my language, you say sherere. Can we say that? Sherere. Can we say sherere 2 more times? Sherere. For the last time. Thank you so much. So be kind, share the kindness all over the place wherever you are. Thank you so much for your time.